FourC Fitness Show, starring Michele and Lisa Cast, live from Skinny Man 31 Studios in the heart of Times Square, New York. And now, here are your hosts, Michele and Lisa Cast.
Hi everyone, it's Wednesday, November 12th, 2014. Welcome to episode 50 of the FourC Fitness Show, where our motto is choose, commit, challenge, and change. I'm Michele.
And I'm Lisa, and you just said it's episode 50.
Oh my God! I was so in the zone. Like, hello, duh. This is what we've been living and loving for.
This is it.
This is what we've been breathing and sleeping and eating for.
That's true.
And the best part of all is what I was about to say. Is that today we have one of our favorites, Michele Gordon, aka Miss Motivational.
Hi guys, thanks for having me. I'm so happy to be here honoring this special episode with you.
I'm
so excited for you.
So exciting. So she's joining us for our 50th celebration and our 50th episode to discuss what's new with her, since she was actually on our 26th show, so almost the halfway mark, which is pretty funny.
How funny is that?
Back in March. Michelle is going to talk to us all about her Sweat for Success program and teach us about how fitness can help us with more than just weight loss and feeling great. It can actually help us see success in other areas of our life as well, including our GPA, our career, and we're going to learn more about that tonight.
Get excited.
Yay.
Yeah. Awesome.
That won't get old.
Never. You have to watch our first show to hear about that.
That's right. For those of you joining us for the first time, Michele and I began our weight loss journey back in 2008 when we auditioned for The Biggest Loser. And we didn't make it on the show, but that was just fine with us because we decided to lose. We just
made a choice
to lose 240
to
pounds.
Commit and challenge and change.
Together. 240 pounds. That's all.
That's all.
No big deal.
Like Michele would say, no big deal. We started FourC Fitness because people would ask us how we were seeing so much success with our weight loss. We realized our passion to help others as well. I got my NASM personal training certification, and we started the FourC Fitness Show as a health and fitness resource. We forged partnerships with other health and fitness professionals and enthusiasts like Michele here to bring a variety of sustainable information to our followers as the world of fitness continues to grow and change. Our mantra is the 4 C's: choose, commit, challenge, and change. We feel these 4 components are the key to creating a successful lifestyle. We want to thank everyone who's been tuning in so far, everyone joining us tonight for the first time. Sometimes our feed cuts out, so stick with us, and we'll post this later on YouTube and iTunes as well, so you guys can enjoy it again and again. And we want to continue to hear what it is that you're interested in us bringing to you, so reach out to us, fourcfitness@gmail.com, so we can bring you more great shows and more great guests like Michele.
Yeah. So on to some quick noteworthy news points. The 50th episode and first anniversary celebration is coming this Friday.
This Friday, finally. Oh my gosh. I live for Friday because that means we can finally just enjoy and I can breathe.
Yeah, you can breathe. Michele has been like the brains behind it.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's really exciting. She's going to need it. That's for sure.
I'm going to be like in the zone that night, like enjoying and loving, but until we arrive and everyone walks through the door at 7 o'clock, it's going to be like, it's just how I am.
So it's going to be this Friday from 7 to 10 with great drink specials, food, raffle tickets, and giveaways and more. So, if you plan to come on down, please let us know. Email us so we can add you to the guest list because there's a little bit of a strict guest list that we have to follow. But a huge thank you to everyone who has donated amazing prizes, including Michele here, who has donated 2 cardio sweat classes. And there's a virtual raffle as well. So if you can't make the party, please hit up the virtual raffle, which you can find. Where can people find it?
It's posted on the event.
It's okay, great.
We've shared it.
It's in the event. We've shared it
on Facebook.
Enter the virtual raffle, and all the proceeds are going to the Leukemia and Lymphoma Society and Team in Training.
Yay!
Thanks, Michele, that's just amazing.
Excited to be a part of it.
I'm totally entering the raffle just to see if I can.
Yeah, we're entering. It's our event, but we're entering.
I won't see them.
So speaking of Leukemia and Lymphoma Society and Team in Training, I went to my first Team in Training kickoff meeting this past Saturday, and I have registered and signed up for my first full marathon in June 20th, 2015. But it gets better. It'll be the Mayor's Midnight Sun Marathon in Alaska.
And why would you do that?
And I just did say Alaska.
Why would you do
that? My
that?
favorite question from Michele is why? Well, I feel as though it's a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity. Who can say they ran their first marathon in Alaska?
Not that many.
So,
not me.
Right? Why not? Also, you should know by now, Michelle, that I'm crazy. So why not?
That's how it goes.
Exactly.
Well, I went hiking there, so I can tell you it's pretty good.
Cool.
Cool.
I'm excited. It's cold. Well, it won't be cold in June.
Will it be cold in June?
A little coldish.
Colder
the
than
word.
here, maybe.
Yeah, it'll be cold. When I went in the summer, it was in the 50s and 60s in August.
All right.
But that's good running weather. I like
That is
Yeah,
good running
I don't
weather.
like to sweat
Not
that
too
much.
hot.
Well,
Yeah.
you know.
You like
for
to sweat for success.
Yeah, that's right. I love it. So you guys will be hearing more about my Alaska journey between now
I'm
and
just
June.
going to call it Midnight Madness because that's just what it is.
But it's not really at midnight.
I know.
But it's just going to be like light for
forever.
forever because it's the summer solstice.
That's going to be so cool.
Yeah. So that's what we're up for.
Alrighty.
Yeah.
I won't be running that full marathon, but I'm sure I'll be in Alaska.
You will be in Alaska and you're running the half marathon.
Yeah, I know. But our next running event will actually be the Ashenfelter 8K Classic on Thanksgiving. So we do not have to feel guilty about
Indulging.
stuffing our faces later in the day.
Right. It's our first turkey trot.
Yes.
Very fun.
exciting.
Next week on our show, we'll have Alex of Pure Yoga, and we also hopefully will have Michelle of Reverence Apparel coming up soon, Jody from Pure Fitness, and anyone else you guys, Pulse Fitness, not Pure. It's that kind of day, guys.
It's all good.
Michelle witnessed it like 3 times already, so it's going to make for a great
More
show.
to come.
Great day.
And if there's anyone else you want to see on our show, send them our way, and we would love to have them.
Yeah. And we're not going to have a show next week because
No, we are.
we're
After next week.
not having a show Thanksgiving week. That's what I meant.
I love
Yeah,
it.
so after next week's show, we won't have a show because it's Thanksgiving. That
Right.
was an early announcement.
That was an early announcement. People want to prepare.
This is true.
Catch up on your 4C shows because we will be busy.
You can cook
preparing for an amazing
and listen to the
Thanksgiving
old
with our
shows at the
family.
same time.
That's right.
It'll motivate you.
That's right.
Exercise excitement. So we are starting our new weightlifting routine from Sarah Cost probably next week because this week's been a little crazy. We needed to kind of listen to our bodies and take a bit of a rest this week with the hecticness. Is that a word? Hecticness?
It is now.
Well, whatever. So it was the hecticness of finalizing our event, work, and everything. So it's really important to know when to slow down, and you need to kind of avoid burning the candle too hard at both ends when you're really busy. So, I don't want to get sick or anything like that. So even Sarah was like, take the week, do what you need to do, and start fresh next week. And I think that's kind of the best plan. Sometimes you really have to do that for yourself.
Do you ever really get a chance to do that?
I know. Michelle's
If
rest
everyone
days.
ever knows me, I
Yeah.
just keep moving. You know what? Everyone burns out eventually.
Right.
It's really important that you just have to breathe.
Yeah.
And sometimes I just have to sit down for just a few minutes and quiet. I put my cell phone away, iPad, everything, and I just have to do it.
Yeah, you have to.
Or I go to work out.
That's a great
Awesome.
idea. Our running training is in full effect. We'll be training with Kim of In Shape to prepare for all these upcoming races that we have on the schedule. Tomorrow morning, we'll be running another 5 miles in Hoboken.
Yeah.
And we're looking forward to starting to tack on miles as the time goes on and even improve our time, which would be nice.
Definitely. And so the excitement for Michelle is your cardio classes. So we're talking about the cardio party classes.
Yes.
Tell us more about these.
So everyone has their own different ways that they like to work out. And what I love about my cardio classes is that we just move and we have fun in it. We're nonstop moving. And everything is about pre-choreographed, but it changes every month. So you're always changing, surprising your body. It does combine bits of kickboxing, a little bit of dance thrown in there, strength training, and a lot of motivational mantras. So while you're punching, you might be saying, "I am unstoppable."
Oh, that's
and
so
if
cool.
you're too shy at first to say it out loud, you're hopefully saying it in your head. That's the point. And
Nice.
of just putting it all together, I think a lot of times, especially nowadays, everyone's always seems to be switching up their workouts from a CrossFit class to a yoga class to running, that this kind of workout adds that fun factor, that feeling that you get, that euphoric feeling after a workout that seriously carries out for the rest of your week, the rest of your day. And I love to do all different things, but I never get a feeling like that. So
Nice.
That's where it comes in.
Well, we've worked out with Michelle, so we can attest that no matter what kind of a workout it is, you're going to feel amazing after.
And you're going to have fun. You're going to
Yeah,
laugh too.
Absolutely.
You can't laugh. Yes, you can.
Well, you're going to learn a little more about the cardio party later in the show.
Yes.
But that was the excitement that Michelle shared with us for this
It's
week.
very exciting.
I know.
On to the hit list for this week. One of my faves.
One of our faves.
Our
and one
faves,
of Michelle's faves.
It is amazing.
I love when I say Michelle, it's like I'm speaking of myself in the third person. This is one of Michelle's
It
favorites.
really gets. I feel the same way.
Before Lisa was like, "Hey, Michelle," and I'm like, Do you mean me?
The song this week is Ain't Been Done by Jessie J. I wish we could play it. It is so
Not right.
awesome.
Everybody that's watching, take note of this right now, and then when the show's over,
Yes.
go to play it. And then
Right.
when you're feeling down on yourself, go to play it. It is the most uplifting
It
thing.
was actually our
love it.
motivational Monday song for this week as well.
Yeah, like we share amongst ourselves like a motivational song.
That's really cute.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I played it in my
We're
classes
special.
about a month or so ago, and before it started, I said to everyone, just listen to the lyrics. It is so motivational, and everyone that knows me outside of the gym that knows Miss Motivational stuff, they're like, you just said the word motivational, and that's your name, and it was the whole thing. And they hear the actual lyrics, and it's basically what the title is, Ain't Been Done.
Ain't been done.
That's right.
That's it.
And she goes, I'm going to do it like it ain't been done. I'm going to do it like it ain't been done.
That's
I
right.
just sang on the FourC Fitness Show.
Very nice.
It's
Michelle.
rare. All right, on to the magazine rack. We have 2 great articles that Michelle shared.
Excellent,
One in
excellent.
which she is featured in. So we're going to start with the 3 simple exercises to make you fit and fierce. Of course, anything having to do with being fierce is right up my alley.
Love it.
So this is actually from collegecandy.com, and they did a little feature on Michelle and these moves in the summer, back in June. So as Michelle and all of the collegiates know, it's not easy to come up with a killer workout plan and find the time to execute it while also doing the hectic schedule limbo that is there 24/7. The same thing for any working professional as well. I pretty much think once you hit college, that's kind of just like your vibe for the rest of your life. I think maybe until you retire. Even me, I don't think I'll ever
What you
really
do
retire.
then could change the rest of your life.
Absolutely.
And how
So-
you act at your first job and then from there on. So if you could get healthy and get motivated to do all these things then, what can you do later? you know?
Absolutely. So there's 3 simple moves. You want to go through it a little bit?
So the article is from College Candy on the 3
Wanna take a
fit and
look?
fierce moves. You can't really see it here, but
We're going to post it.
You can post it, and it's also on my blog on my website. So if you do go, it is up there. But the 3 moves, there's one that's the deep reverse lunge, and you'll see it on there. And what's so great about this is that it engages your legs. Yeah, so your legs carry you around all day. It engages your core, and it improves your posture. You can do it anywhere. You can make it more challenging by lifting a heavy weight, a heavy water bottle, whatever works, or you could do it without any equipment. But the most important thing is that it improves your core power and your posture and your stance. So when you're walking into a room, perhaps before a meeting, the one thing that's going to stand out about you is that your posture, you're confident, you're glowing because you're so fit. And that's one of those moves that'll really help you. The next one is a squat thrust, but the trick is that when you come on up from the thrust, which is a jump normally, you do a twist with your hands up in the air. When your hands are up overhead, as everyone knows, I like to do that with raising the roof. Your heart rate goes up, you automatically gain more energy, but this is also a power stance. So if you're doing this type of move, it'll translate into what you can do later. It shows that you're powerful. The next one is a plank variation, a basic plank into a side plank. Also just great for your core, your arms, total body. So in just a few
Nice.
minutes and in just 3 moves, you could work your whole body, and it'll help you to do whatever you need to later.
Very
love
cool.
it.
I think I'm going to start running like this.
I thought about that too.
You know what?
So
I went running
powerful.
and okay.
Here I go.
We're doing it.
Oh my God. So you feel so like silly and powerful. And
No, you just have to raise the roof.
I'm going to
so
start.
good.
So tomorrow morning in
We've done this
Hoboken,
today.
when I start doing this, everyone's going to be like, what is she doing?
Sometimes when I squat, when I do these presentations at schools, I don't know if you want that.
I'll take it back.
We do this overhead.
Nice. And
You guys
there's
could try it. Yeah, there you go.
Sean's doing it.
Yeah.
It makes you
We're
feel
all
like
doing it.
dancing. I love it. One of the
I'm
cool
gonna do it
things
like it
about
ain't been done.
that's
Gonna
right.
do it like it ain't been done.
And by the way, I did run like doing a fist pump once when I was running and the song Break Free went on. You know,
Oh, that's one of my
yes,
best
right?
running
Favorite.
songs.
So then
Yeah.
she's like, this is the part where I break free, and I full on like that is it.
I love it.
Nice.
One of the great other things about this article is that there's photos, so you guys can kind of see how to do the moves. And yeah, Lisa,
Check
you
that
wanna
out.
tell
It's
us about-
already on Michelle's blog on her website, missmotivational.com.
She's better at posting
Go
than
check
we
that
are.
out. Yep, she is. She's good at a lot of things. So the next article, which is a really fantastic one, it's called "How Fitness Has Become the Secret to Multi-Million-Dollar Success from Men's Fitness." Correct? Yes, Men's Fitness.
Yeah, so this is from Men's Fitness, and I thought this article really tied in perfectly for what we're going to be talking about today and everything that I stand for. And this article is on mensfitness.com, and they go through all these different, very successful people, and what they all have in common is their fitness routine, because fitness is the most cutting-edge tool you can have towards success, you know? So they go...
Who would have thought?
I know.
Seriously, I believe it.
It's the secret.
The
We'll get
success
into
that
it,
we
but
have
it's-
seen, since
It's amazing. And some people, I just want to give some examples of some of the people in case you don't believe it. Mark Wahlberg says that he wakes up every morning at 4 a.m. to train, he eats, and then he has the whole day to get all of his work done. Other people are Robert Downey Jr., the same thing. He wakes up early and he gets everything done. They even have here Ryan Seacrest, who says that he schedules his workouts in like he schedules his meetings. And I don't know about you, but I do that too.
Absolutely.
Not necessarily for every day, because some days, you have to be flexible, but there's always that one class, that one training session that you have to do.
definitely. We schedule, we wake up early, and it's such a difference. Like, even the past couple of days with doing our rest and not getting up for our early workouts, I feel completely not as good as I do
You
when
love
I get
it,
up.
right?
I love getting up.
Love
I
it.
told you.
Yeah.
I think I told you in March, like,
Yeah.
you're going to do it, and now you do it.
I mean, now we do it.
I mean,
absolutely
we
love it.
did it back when we first started, but it was hard to get going again. And now that we're in the swing of it, it's just so much better.
It's just what you do.
Yeah, definitely.
It's important. It's funny. The article even references Henry Ford wouldn't hire somebody if they salted their food before they tasted
Yes.
it. That was so funny. And I think Kellogg actually, he also
built this whole
his whole program. So it goes back a long, long time here. It's like important. Health and fitness is very important for success.
Definitely.
Thanks, Michelle.
So,
So on to the book review, which happens to be Sweat for Success, the book by Michele Gordon.
That's me.
That's
her.
her. This is her. She's here with us
she
today.
wrote
wrote
a
a
book.
book.
Oh, look
So, yeah.
Oh, look, it's up there.
Look at her
Yay.
go. So cute.
So it's very exciting. This is an ebook, correct?
Yes.
So it's Sweat for Success, the Fit Life Through College. And it proves, it's not just ideas, but it proves that fitness will better your studies, and also how you put yourself forth in everything in everyday life. As we said before, college is an important time. What you do there will change your entire life going forward. So Michele, you got this from inspiration from when you were in college, correct? And that's when you sort of got yourself going to health and fitness as well.
Right. So I have always felt this way before I got into fitness. If people did not watch the previous episode that we were on together, I used to be really shy. I was always tired, and I had all these things that I wanted to do, but I didn't have that oomph to do it. But once I got into fitness and I started learning more about leadership skills, I kind of combined the two, and everything kind of flourished from there. And I really felt like I became unstoppable just because of that. I gained strength, confidence, energy, everything. I was able to focus more on what I needed to do, and I became more social. So everything on this ebook is amazing, not only because I put it all together, but what's so great about it is that it's success not just in academics. So yes, if you just work out for 20 minutes a day, you can improve your GPA by 4%. That's great. But I also go through how to help you with boyfriends or girlfriends, how to party, because, you have a hangover. That's not going to help you to be successful. So I actually not only tell you all the different ways, but I show you what you need to be doing, tips and tricks to put in, and some workouts. And what's really cool is that you can actually put it on your iPad or on your cell phone. Mm-hmm. And there are 3-minute workouts that you can do. One of them, or there are actually 4 different versions of the big thing workout, because that sounds really good. And so it's before you have a big thing, before you have a meeting, an interview, a presentation. These are moves that, kind of what we were talking about before, that will improve your posture, give you a quick burst of energy. And yeah, there you go, raise the roof.
Go, Sean.
And, help to improve your glute strength, even so when you could sit up, you have strong glutes to sit on. All that stuff.
I should do the big thing workout every single day before I go to work.
Work is a big thing.
Before I have a big thing, I do it. And especially on a day where you might not be able to squeeze in a full workout just because it's that crazy kind of day. But you know that when you don't get your workout in, you don't feel right. It's just like, ugh. So
right.
this is kind of that little energy burst that you need. And that quick burst actually gives you a lot of brain power. So it's really, really cool to think about that way. And there are also pre-party pump workouts. So for those of you who like to go out on a Saturday night, these are kind of moves that'll give you, a little extra oomph. And
Who doesn't want that for a Saturday night? We need it. We're old. We should definitely
I'm right there
do
with
them.
you.
So you get a special password just for the workouts?
So in the book, there is a special password,
Cool.
and it'll give you the link to all the different workouts. There are about 9 in the book. Plus, there are more on the site that it links up to that you can do. So it's really exclusive just for you. And once again, if you do download it onto your cell phone, it's really cool because then you have those workouts on hand. So maybe you went to the gym, you did something, and you still have a few more minutes to kill some time. This is a great way to just kind of take things up a notch too.
Damn.
Absolutely.
And where can people buy the book?
They can get it on my website. It's right there, front and center. So if you go to missmotivational.com, there's a link for Sweat for Success. So you can go right there and get it. You can also get it on the iTunes bookstore. You can get it on barnesandnoble.com and amazon.com.
Nice.
So they're all
She's
different
everywhere.
places.
Everywhere.
Look at it, guys. That's
Very
amazing.
cool. That's
Congrats
exciting.
as well. Michelle, 'cause
Congratulations.
I know you worked really hard on that. So such an exciting book review. We need to check it out.
Yeah.
It's on our next list.
I know it is.
Recipe of the week. So there's no real recipe this week, but I thought this was cool because Michelle was like, I haven't really been cooking much. I've been living on steamed veggies. So it kind of,
I don't know how you're doing that.
I know. So
Oh,
I was like,
no, I'm eating out. Go to Organic Avenue.
nice. So I'm like, what do we do when we're super busy and like we can't food prep, or what kind of food prep can we do when we're really busy? Any thoughts, guys? I mean,
Steamed vegetables.
Steamed veggies. Okay.
Sweet potatoes.
You get them all. You make
Sweet
them or you do
potatoes.
them yourself?
Both.
Okay. You make them or you do them yourself is the same thing.
I knew what you meant.
Yeah.
I knew frozen or do you buy them, right?
Actually, meant like you said you were going to Organic Avenue. So are you getting them out or are you making them home?
Oh, at home.
Okay, cool.
No, I always keep frozen fruit and frozen vegetables in my house just because you never know what's going to happen or whatever it is, like string beans, Brussels sprouts, anything like that, broccoli. That way you could just always have it handy. I'm a big sweet potato lover. So
Us too.
right? You could do anything with that. And whatever it is, then you could kind of put something together really quickly.
Nice.
But yeah, lately it's been really bad.
Yeah, we
Aw.
haven't been
So
super
crazy.
creative either with ours lately. It's been the
yeah.
same thing
But
every
on my
week.
way here, I saw a great recipe for Brussels sprouts,
Ooh,
and I
I think I
have to
saw
send
that.
it to you. Something with like maple syrup on
Oh my
something for
gosh.
Thanksgiving. I was like, gimme.
I love Brussels.
I want.
Nice.
In my belly.
So when you guys are in a pinch, just try to make healthy choices and try, like Michelle said, keep things in the house, for when it gets crazy. I mean, Lisa and I will really just keep it simple. Throw chicken in the oven, like as
Fast
as
in the middle
fast
of
as
doing
you
other
can do.
things.
Definitely.
Definitely. All right. The cheat of the week, though. So let's don't
These
just
look
keep these
awesome.
in the house because
Yeah.
Lenny and Larry's complete cookies. They're vegan. They do have gluten, but they're vegan. The flavors: chocolate chip, double chocolate, lemon poppy. One of my favorites is lemon poppy. Is that
It's
weird?
really good.
Oh.
I'm not gonna lie.
I love eating lemon poppy.
gosh.
Anything baked.
Put
the
some
peanut
almond
butter.
on it.
They look good, don't they?
Put some almond butter.
You
on
can
it.
put almond butter on
Put it on
everything.
everything.
The
We put it on
almond butter.
everything.
You know how
The pumpkin almond butter from.
You ever see like My Big Fat Greek Wedding where
Yeah.
the guys like put Windex on everything?
Yeah.
You put almond butter on everything.
That's right,
and it's
everything.
fine.
We made Rice Krispie treats when we did the 10K in DC, and we were putting almond butter. On them.
Rice Krispie treats. Pumpkin loaf. Almond butter.
Everything.
Everything.
If my friends are watching this, they know.
Oh my gosh. Laurel's butter.
You love these cookies?
Oh my God.
Laurel's butter on everything. We still
No
have
cap.
some.
Yeah, we actually did.
Oh,
We've been good.
Oh, I haven't had. I can't. It's just not going down.
Oh my gosh.
I sent my
Pumpkin-
mother to
we
the
went
mail, and
to-
she was like, "Why'd you do that?"
Seriously, we went to an event. Michelle was there, and Laurel's butter was there, and our friend Jacqueline happened to throw the event. She was like, "You need to try these almond butters." We tried the three of us stood there trying
Down the
every
line.
flavor
Like 10
down the
o'clock
line.
at night.
Yeah.
Like
20
Some
jars.
people do shots on a Thursday.
No.
We were taking
tasting
sips of
almond
almond butter.
That's right. And then we bought the pumpkin, the whatever
White chocolate
pumpkin.
and the dark chocolate.
I bought cookies.
So
And
good. And the
cream.
cookies and cream was really good too. So the
Don't
pumpkin's
hate,
almost
okay?
gone. Oh, don't hate because you don't even know.
Maybe we should have had Laurel's as the cheat of the
I
week.
know, right? But
Poor Lenny.
Poor Lenny.
Poor Lenny and
It's all
Larry.
yellow.
But Lenny has a new flavor. White chocolate macadamia looks really good.
Okay.
And there's 16 grams of protein, 6 grams of fiber,
That's right.
no trans fat, no cholesterol. And so it actually is a healthy snack.
16 grams of protein. That's a good amount of
Yeah.
protein
It
for
was
a
really
cookie.
filling.
It's vegan protein.
Yeah, so they have these. I've seen them in like every single vitamin shop. A few of my friends in fitness told me about them, and I wasn't really a fan of buying the prepackaged cookies and the whole thing. But they're definitely a good option to keep in your house when that craving comes, like you need a cookie. And because of the protein in it, it was really filling. I had it. I did not want to eat for hours.
Nice.
Cool.
Yeah.
So it's a treat snack.
Yeah.
I like that.
We'll have to get one.
So we're on to the real talk. I don't really know what I have for. Okay. All right. I have something. So I do. Last night's run was really hard. So I'm all revved up that I signed up for this marathon, and I'm like, I'm going to do all these half marathons, and I'm going to do this marathon. And then some of our running friends are like, okay, you're being crazy. Like, you're literally going from 0 to a full marathon in June with 4 half marathons in between. Like, you need to reassess. And I'm like, I'm going to be fine, and I'm going to be great. And then last night we go for a little 3-miler, and I'm like, this sucks. Like, this is hard. My chest was hurting. Like, my hip was hurting. I was tired. I'm like, am I really going to do 26 miles? So I guess the point kind of is some days you feel amazing and you think you can conquer the world. And other days you're like, this is supposed to be simple and this is supposed to be fun. And I'm dragging and I don't want to do this right now. So I guess it's about finding, I powered through. I almost stopped. So number one, it's about not stopping. A song, actually Fighter by Christina Aguilera, came on when I was running, and that totally got me through.
It's a good one.
And then I was like, well, I'm 9 laps in. Like, I have to finish now. I'm more than halfway. And I got through it. But it's about how do you get through that moment and finish and not give up? It's very mental as well.
Everyone deals with that. How many times have you had that problem? In my book, I actually referenced this thing called 3-week syndrome.
Okay.
It's about 3 weeks into some goal that you have. You kind of like get bored with it, and then you just cheat on everything. And, I could go to the gym, but, Scandal looks really good on TV, so I'm just going to sit and watch that instead. It's like that. It's about 3 weeks in.
Right.
Obviously, that differs for everyone, but you have to find something else, the why to what you're doing, to pushing forward.
Right. Definitely.
I could have used you in my head last night. Because when I started on my run, my knee was in like excruciating pain. And I was like, is this muscular? What's happening with this? And so I was limping along, walking, tried to pick it up. And I was like, I think it just needs to be stretched. So I just kept going and it was fine. But because it was such an off start to my run,
It messes you up.
It completely messed me up. And then I was like down on myself and I was having a hard time breathing. And I was like, what's the problem? And I'm like talking to myself in my head. I'm like, stop focusing on everything else. Just relax. Just look at the lines on the track. Just, and stop paying attention to where Michelle is. And it just like, I needed that, that sort of reminder.
Think about that finish line.
Exactly. And, and
that's definitely going to be something we come across again, especially if this running thing is something we continue, because you're out there in your head for 5 hours, 6 hours, however many hours it takes you to finish. So it's a mental test.
It really makes
because your body really can do it.
And all exercise, it really is.
Absolutely. So hopefully you guys can relate. And if you have any tips for how to get through it, feel free to reach out and let us know.
That was real talk.
It was real talk.
That was real.
Real talk. Real talk. That was real.
Oh, I need to learn that song.
You know what it is? It's actually the Girl Talk.
The
Saturday Night
Girlfriends
Live.
Talk.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Awesome.
I wasn't prepared.
Awesome.
Awesome. Oh my God.
On to the weekly theme, which is Sweat for Success.
Yay.
This is why we're here today.
That's why we're here.
So a lot of people think that health and fitness is just a change, to make in life, whether it's you change your eating habits or you just increase your activity level. But what most don't realize until they're immersed into a health and fitness lifestyle is that it can actually help you achieve goals. It changes not only your body, but your mind. And it's important to have that a part of your everyday life. It's like we said, it's a secret. There's a secret to success, and part of that is sweating for success. Incorporating fitness into your life.
We have a picture with a quote from Michelle. It's the third one. A quick burst of exercise will spark your imagination and creativity, improve your productivity, make you happier, get you healthier, and inspire those around you. Get moving. I love that. And like Lisa said, it can help you in all facets of your life, including your career, your personal goals, your organization, your focus, your creativity. Like Michelle said, it can improve your posture, which can convey confidence and therefore help you nail a job interview and take that next step. And with this, we want to learn more. Like we spoke about Michelle's book, but this is kind of part of her whole Sweat for Success campaign, the Cardio Sweat Party, the goal setting program. But first, here's a little more of a reminder on Michelle's bio. We spoke about this the last time she was on our show, but in case you're tuning in for the first time, Lisa's got more on that.
Yeah, Michelle is an AFA group exercise instructor. We've attended her classes. She's excellent. An ACE personal trainer and a presenter. She does a lot of speaking engagements, actually. And she's an ambassadress for several
that.
brands such as Reebok, Larabar, Fresh & Co., Fresh & Co. NYC, Sweat Pink, and Fit to Inspire. She was also a contestant on Fit or Flop, which you did very well on that. That was
She was
exciting.
like
all of your
top
support.
5. Crazy.
Awesome. Of course.
Awesome.
And Michelle
new word.
is known for her contagious passion. And it's true. She's
Yes.
extremely contagious. Passion, drive, energy, and her realness. And she's launched her Sweat for Success book and program. And we're here to talk more about that today.
Yeah. So
And I love your motto or your line. Are you ready to go? Make things happen.
it's awesome.
Love it.
Definitely. And so a little bit more about Sweat for Success, Michelle. So that's pretty much what else has been going on since you were on our show in March.
Yeah, there have been so many different things, a lot of learning, a lot of presenting and speaking, and I've been going to a lot of different schools and businesses and talking about this whole thing on Sweat for Success and showing you how fitness will actually help you in your everyday life, your career, your personal life, relationships, and going through workouts that will help people. And now everyone's kind of coming back to me saying we need more, not just the workouts, because now they're getting that of the cardio classes, which I will be hopefully getting online really soon. I'm hoping by the end of the year, just because people have the contagious energy and they want more. But what I'm really excited about is this goal setting program that I will be launching over the next 2 weeks. It's kind of like a motivation mania type of thing, where it's a course that you can do at home on your own, of creating your own personal mission statement, prioritizing your goals, and taking the steps that you need to get where you want to be, where you really need to be to live the best life that you possibly can. And I love goals. If you follow me online, you know that I'm so into setting goals. I love the whole process. Every morning writing out my goals, reflecting on them, and I know what works, and I love helping people to make things happen. So if you want to make things happen in your life, you should definitely stay tuned and check all of these things out.
Absolutely. And so the last time you were on the show, we talked about quick fitness and how to get that in during the day. And so since then, she did Fit or Flop, and she was amazing on that. But as soon as Fit or Flop, like that journey ended, she was ready. She was like, okay, next step, this is what I'm doing. And then Sweat for Success was already kind of in the works. And then all of the other things that have come with it. So she doesn't stop moving. And that's why we were like, we have to have her on for our 50th, because she kind of exemplifies what we also stand for, which is, that life is all about setting goals and going for it. So really, really fun.
You are incredibly inspirational. You really never stop moving. Her positivity is endless.
Fire sign pride.
Endless. And I'm sure
Such an Aries.
I get it, Leo.
And we did speak about the book already.
We did.
I can't wait to pick this up.
Absolutely.
And you did talk about the cardio party.
Yes, and those will be launching at Power Studios. That's in New York City, so if you live in the area, it's opening starting on Monday at 55th and 3rd, so it's not too far from here. It's by a lot of subways, so if people want to travel. But
that's a cool spot, because right now they're downtown, right? Or is that...
This is a new thing.
This is
kind
new.
of actually part of the company that was running Fit or Flop, so it's kind of all one big thing. It's a whole fusion gym, so actually they're opening parties this Thursday. They're doing a bunch of different classes. My friend's running a cheer fit training program. I'm also teaching V-bar there, so I'll be bringing back the bar classes, which I'm so excited about. And I'm doing the cardio classes there. There are a bunch of different things happening, but it's a really special thing that we'll be doing on Monday nights, because Motivational Mondays are my favorite. It's a great way to start off your week.
Nice.
And we'll see what happens from there.
Cool.
Fantastic.
So Sweat for Success encompasses the book, the workout, the cardio party, and as well as the tank tops. But just really quick on the workout. So it's a high energy invigorating cardio and strength mashup workout. So you did talk a little bit about what people will experience during the workout, but what kind of moves, what kind of what does the workout look like?
So it starts off doing cardio, kickboxing, inspired moves. So you'll be punching, doing all of that. And within the punching combinations and kickboxing, because actually my fitness actually did start with kickboxing a little bit. It was what I used to do before I went to college. And then when I went to college, though they had an elliptical, and I was like, what is that? So I just started teaching my own classes. So I used to do like Muay Thai in a boxing ring, and it was totally different. Cool. So when I get to do this, I kind of have my own little flair to it, and we combine it with some dance moves, nothing like Zumba, but you will be doing some things on your 8 count and everything. Everything is to the beat, which I love because it really combines music and fitness, and that's really, really empowering for people. Even if you don't hear beats, if you're not one of those kind of people, you will feel the energy that drives, when the music is going really, really loud in the most intense part of the class. And putting everything together is just really fun. There are 2 intervals, though, for strength training, and each strength training move will also improve your posture and everything. One of my favorite moves is almost like a plie, and if you're watching, you push one hand out and pull another back, so you're strengthening your lats, your big back muscles, and you're pushing out everything that's holding you back. So then you keep alternating those moves as you rise, and it's really, really empowering. And the last one will be a core strengthening moves and stretching, and at the end we do some sort of meditation, which I've been getting into lately.
That's really good.
Might be a motivational meditation coming one day.
Love it.
But at the end we do a very quick one, Joe, because you work so hard. We do not stop moving. If you've asked the people that have been coming every week, it's seriously a sweat fest. It's a good sweat fest. We look really good.
So I'm sure you look fabulous.
Really
I'm sure you look
then at the end, you just have to bring everything calm because everyone seems to be coming in from a crazy work day.
Yeah.
Right? I just got out to make it here on time. So sometimes you just need to breathe like we were talking about and take on the rest of your week with all your power.
That's really cool. I was thinking when you were talking about how, you're pushing forward and pushing back. And I think that more people really should realize that when you're working out, there is a really important connection between mind and body. So you really do get that in yoga and things like that in meditation, but you don't always get that in a cardio class because most people are in it to be like, I just want to sweat and I just want to get through it. But I really like the way Michele will talk and motivate you during the workout and have you and bring it back to tying the mind and the body together. So that's something cool that, that you incorporate there. Yeah. And this is the workout that people can actually win at our event, correct?
Yes.
So the next one is really Monday, the 17th, and it's going to be at the new studio.
Yeah.
Cool.
So it'll be really nice. Yeah.
Very cool.
That is very exciting. So what we happen to be wearing today, which are beautiful, beautiful tank tops.
Oh my gosh.
You can get them online or a sweatshirt.
Oh,
it says, what do you sweat for? And the back is really cool. We're going to have to get a picture of it and post it.
Definitely.
And people can get this gear.
They can get it online on my website, missmotivational.com.
And if you email her m@missmotivational.com and give you the name, the size,
the whole
the
thing,
color,
it's all on there.
and then she'll get it out to you, which is really cool.
They're very, very nice.
They're really nice.
They're so cute.
And sometimes if you need a motivation, something motivational to think about, like when you're running that few miles, you're like, what do you sweat for? I'm sweating for that. I
have to remember that.
Make that train a little faster so I could spend more time with my family or, whatever it is.
Definitely. I thought about that. I was like, if I just ran a little faster, I'd be done. Like, why am I dragging this out?
That's what I said to myself,
Sometimes you want to enjoy the view around the track.
Yeah. The track gets really mundane. I have to interject. We did get a text message while we were talking.
Oh, did we?
From our friend Paul, who's one of the running
Does he have a question?
He said, you're making me want to go to the gym right now. So look at that.
My Paul?
No, it's our Paul. Hi, Paul.
Hi, Paul. Your Paul.
I have to ask if he's watching. So there's this guy, Paul. He takes my spinning classes every
cool.
Monday.
Nice.
But he does all these Ironmans and triathlons and marathons. And he did the New York City Marathon. He ended up being on TV. Because they said, how many have you done? He's cracking up saying, I was on TV on Monday.
That's so
but
cool.
he loves his marathon and running. And the thing is, they asked him, why do you do all of these? And I interjected and I said, so you can complain. Because everyone's like, oh, Michele, the wind, it was so cold. I can't believe I did that. But he does it anyway. And then at the end of all my classes, he's like, oh, that was like really hard. And I'm like, why'd you do that?
This guy.
He keeps coming back. I'm going to have to, I hope he's watching.
Hi, Paul.
Hi, Paul. Hi, other Paul.
Hi to all the Pauls.
He's battling like what sneakers you should wear for running and all of these things. He's so funny.
That is
so
awesome. We should get your Paul and our Paul together.
Well, our Paul is, we spoke about him a couple of weeks ago. He did the Marine Corps marathon with a boot on, with a stress fracture in his foot. Yeah, he's a champ.
Was that smart? Or
he's okay.
He was okay. He actually was able to walk the entire New York City marathon. And he didn't have to wear his boot, which was great, but he made it. He did it. He got his medal.
He knows what he's sweating for.
That's right. And he's doing the Philly half next week as well. He's walking that with some really cool new, like, orthopedic looking shoes. I love it. I hope
They
Paul
look pretty
enjoys that
fancy.
this became the Paul segment.
The Paul Show.
I love it.
It's the Paul Hour.
So, as well as on top of everything we've
yes.
spoke about, Michele also has online personal coaching.
Yes.
So tell us more about this.
So I only do this for a select few people who are truly serious about making things happen, where we do a lot of online personal coaching as in personal training. So I actually give you regimens that you can be doing on your own. We do an hour phone call to do whatever it is that you need to talk about. Maybe it's swapping what food you can have in the morning, instead of having like just some coffee in the morning, have oatmeal so you're not starving by the time it's 2 o'clock.
Right.
The whole thing of all of that. But we also actually incorporate my whole goal setting program into it, which is really cool. So you actually see what you're doing in fitness and how it translates into what you can do for the rest of your day, your life, your week, the whole thing. It's been really, really cool to actually witness this, because I've been doing online personal training for a while now, but I never really combined it with a whole goal setting program and actually having people do homework that takes you 2 seconds. It's fun homework because it's on you.
Right.
And what's better than you?
Nice.
We all love ourselves.
Yeah.
I love it.
She's like stuck in between like the
Either that-
crossfire, literally.
And if you don't love yourself yet, Michelle's going to get you to love
That's
yourself,
right.
because that's what the whole thing is
So
about.
now people are actually seeing the changes that they want. I have one, girl, she wanted to just build muscle strength and everything. She likes working out, but she doesn't really know what she's doing. So we kind of created a whole program for her. And then she recently found out that she also had to have a gluten-free diet. So she had to change a lot of different things about her. And then she started doing, she started a new job and she wanted to move up, and she's like, I'm having trouble balancing everything out. So we kind of worked together, and over the past, I'd say like 4.5 weeks, she's already gotten to the next point in her career where she's like,
Wow.
she had to take that big girl step of saying, I want a promotion, and she didn't have that power, that strength. But, you walk in with that good, strong posture, you own the room, and she's doing it. So that's just one story. It was really great.
Nice.
That's fantastic.
So we just have a couple of quick questions to kind of like go further into what we've talked about today. So how did it feel to complete Sweat for Success? It was a labor of love.
It was fine, finally.
Yeah.
You know what, I've been, this is really what I stand for, and I believe it so much, and I know that I wanted to talk about it with you guys because your fitness journey is so inspiring, but I know that everything that you've been doing, like how it translates into your own work day and
Yeah, absolutely.
everything else that goes on, I know every single person that's had a big fitness transformation, it's changed your whole life.
Yes.
And, not just maybe how successful you are in your career, but your social relationships and even just how you feel about yourself. Obviously, that's a big one. But I was just really happy to get it out there and say, this is what I've got, and take it to the next level, because once that was put out there, I've been having all these people come to me saying, we want you to speak at our event. And you guys know that was actually like my goal
Yeah,
in the beginning,
definitely.
is to be a motivational speaker and just do that for the rest of my life happily.
That's
get
amazing.
there.
You're on your way.
So it's been really cool, and it's been getting there, and I actually have a few keynote speaking engagements for 2015 booked.
Wow.
A pretty big university, so I'm really excited.
Congratulations.
That's amazing.
That's so fulfilling.
We've
and
loved watching the journey too.
absolutely, yeah, to be right there along with you.
Absolutely.
So the goal setting program and the at-home kit. Now, I know you've talked a little bit about this. Does this go along with? Is this all grouped together with the cardio party, the Sweat for Success? Is this also involved in the online personal?
So everything is under Sweat for Success.
Okay.
If you want to Sweat for Success, here are your different options.
Right.
Yeah. So if you are in New York City, you want to take a class with me, here are the ways that you can do it, and we'll get you to, achieve your goals. If you want to take maybe personal training, take it to the next level, once again, I only keep that to a very select few people that have specific goals. This is an online program for you, especially if you're I like fitness, but I need to take it to the next level. That's where this comes in, or you have some other goal that you want to achieve that's not just fitness, that where you can combine everything. The goal setting kit is really great because this is not just going to be on fitness. This is something that you could actually work with maybe your coworkers on, or your team at your office, maybe a group that you like to work with, even a reading group. You have goals of doing everything, but And for a lot of people, if you are kind of in a place where you're like, I don't know what my next step in life is going to be, whatever it is, this will actually help you to kind of hone in on that so you can make things happen for yourself and for other people. For example, I mentioned it before, we start off with creating your own personal mission statement. And that's really, it's not easy to put who you are and what you do and what you stand for in one sentence. That's really hard.
Easy, yeah.
And when you can figure out how to do that, no matter what struggle you're going through, whether you're at work and there's another job opportunity, but you're not sure if it's the right one, you circle back to your personal mission statement, who you are, what you stand for, and you can keep pushing forward. Or you try out a CrossFit class, but you don't love it, but your best friend does. Think about what you stand for. Do you really need that a part of your life? Is there another way for you to get fit? Or same thing for yoga, whatever it is.
Right.
But everything comes back to who you are, what you stand for, what your mission is, and that's your brand. And from there, you never know what can happen once you know what you stand for and who you are.
And every week you have different projects. Yeah.
So there's like level 1 of just prioritizing your goals, and then walking on positive feedback, negative feedback, and there's just like a whole process. So by the time that you're done with it, you'll have clear aligned goals. You'll be able to actually achieve them in a realistic manner using, the SMART goal method. And you'll have the tools that you need with reminders and different forms, because everybody works differently. So some people need to do things every single day. Some people can't do anything every day. It's too much.
Right.
Yeah.
So you have something that weekly that you can use, and they all have templates and forms and stuff, but you'll actually have stuff that you can carry on your cell phone to just be like, oh, reminder.
Cool.
Oh, right. Got it. And it's learning about who you are. And
Sounds great.
And then going along, yeah.
Yeah, it's excellent.
So we've covered pretty much everything that's in that area. I also wanted to add, aside from the classes at Power Studios, you can also sign up on ClassPass for classes.
Yes.
Really cool. So there's a lot of options there. Is there anything else about Sweat for Success that you want to add before we move on to some tips for everyone?
That's it. Just remember to sweat for success.
You got a lot of options. You got the tanks, you got the book, you got the online coaching, you've got the cardio party. So there's really no excuse.
Classes.
Definitely.
It's fun.
And if you
Nice.
guys come
Online
out to our
classes.
event, you could win the cardio class as well, which is really cool.
Yes.
So real quick for some tips, I kind of wanted to just, let everyone know how you can, use fitness to fuel success, motivate you to see it as more than just something that's for weight loss or, for aesthetics, but kind of maybe you're feeling stuck in your career, your life goals, and you kind of want to know how to turn that stagnation into fuel. First and foremost, definitely find something you love.
Yes.
And take that as far as you can go with it. So.
And start easy.
Right.
Don't jump into an Alaska marathon. Start easy and build up, and then you'll gain that strength in so many ways.
I have time. The marathon's in June. Make sure it's something fun. So, make sure it's something that that you're going to enjoy. Not only do you love it, but it's something you've heard that your friends enjoy, or someone that you're working out with like Michele that, keeps it upbeat and exciting.
And if you don't love the actual workout, but you love how you feel after,
That's right.
that counts
That
as well.
counts as well.
Because you might not have loved running 3 miles the other day, but you loved how you felt after.
Absolutely. I did. And I felt really good.
That's true.
Yeah.
That's very true.
Because people do burpees all the time, and apparently they don't like them. I don't mind them, actually. I'd rather fly up and down than, go run a marathon, but that's fine.
Love it.
And you have to want to make a change, even if you give it 3 months, that's going to kind of determine, if you're going to make it or not.
Right.
And if it's not in your heart and if it's not in your head, it's not gonna work. So you have to really, really want it.
Yeah, you can't do it just because we're saying to do it. You have to do it. Maybe you've been feeling like you want to get to do it, and now we're just inspiring you to make the next step. But it has to be something that you've already come up with. And find other goals to motivate you. Michele said earlier that 20 minutes of high-intensity interval training can increase your GPA by 4%.
Yes.
So maybe that will motivate you more than anything else to be like, I just want to get better grades, or I want to get a scholarship, or I want to get a great job or an internship, and I need to increase my GPA to do that. So
Right, and it was what we were talking about before of just having that why factor when you hit that point where you're just like, I just want to give up.
Yeah.
Because we all face that, and sometimes we get through it by talking to a friend, by crying, whatever works. But you really have that internal strength that you just have to build up through fitness and finding the right thing. And so for some people, it's getting that higher GPA.
Right.
Or maybe it's to have the energy to go to work all day and have the time to work on a side project like another business or a blog that really is where your passion's at. So it gives you the energy to do that, because if you didn't, energy doesn't come in a can.
Right.
It comes in working out. So
Yeah, fitness definitely helps you with all that. I mean, we can accomplish so much more now ever since, we've been on our journey. So
Definitely.
right, and
Really
people
cool.
ask me how, I do it, and it's such an energy burst. And, it's not just fitness or just working out, go, 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 but it's the whole lifestyle of fueling your body right, with the right food, nutrition,
Correct.
that improves your mental processes, your brain cell functions, how quickly you can send messages in between the neurons in your brain and the whole thing. So you actually become more creative, you can focus more, and you could think on your feet. That's excellent. And, that's all translates into thinking about, getting better job opportunities, which I know we can go into and we've been touching on a lot,
Right.
but that it all fuels into success and everything, and taking the right days to rest, which we
Right.
need to. Even
Exactly.
today, I took a 10-minute nap because I
amazing.
needed it. I was up at 4 a.m, and I was not going to be able coffee or a canned
wasn't
energy
gonna do
drink. It wasn't going to do it. As much as I love my coffee. it was not going to do it.
It's true, though. The effects of exercise, your whole body feels it, your brain feels it, your
It can change it.
endorphins.
Yeah, it can change you completely.
So sometimes you just need to picture yourself going to get that goal. And I always tell people, I know for a lot of moms running to make that earlier train home so you could spend time with your kids, or have more time to go do everything, go out with your friends for a drink, because sometimes after work you are dead tired. But in the middle of the day, if you can have that little extra burst, or killing a presentation at work, because there's no better feeling than that.
No,
Definitely.
It really, really does help. We've seen it. We've all felt it. So
Yeah.
this is real.
It's real.
real talk.
We wanted Michelle to share some holiday de-stressing tips, even though it was kind of on the side of what we were talking about today, but we are running short on time. So maybe Michelle can actually send us some of those tips, and we can either put up like an image or a post on our blog.
I was actually going to do that this week on my
Nice.
blog.
All right, so we'll share
We'll
yours.
share your blog.
Collaborate.
Yep, sounds good.
So you guys stay tuned for the holiday de-stressing tips.
Yes.
For next time, because there was so much to talk about with Sweats for Success, and we really want you guys to realize that health and fitness is so much more than just losing weight. It's really how it affects your whole life, and we can attest, and we are kind of all three of us examples of that. So we're just Long Island girls killing it in life.
Doing it like it ain't been done.
Just a
Oh, shit.
It's okay. We can say that.
So if you want to
Minute exercise, you can add it to any exercise, like if you're going for a run or cardio, whatever you're doing. So we've got 20 seconds of hardcore work with a 10-second break. So 20 seconds of goblet squat with a 10-second break.
Nice.
20 seconds of push-ups and prone jump squat with a 10-second break. 20 seconds of speed skaters, or you can do a curtsy lunge if you're not into the speed skaters, with a 10-second break. 20 of mountain climbers with a 10-second break. 20 seconds of deep alternating reverse lunges with a 10-second break. 20 seconds of X jumps. 20 seconds of
If you
V-ups.
need to know what an X jump is, it's what we just did before. It's jumping up forward with your hands in the air.
Nice.
And then you close back. So you feel actually like really good when you do it,
Really cool. 20 seconds of V-ups with a 10-second break. 20 seconds of dolphin planks with a 10, and then you're done.
finally.
And if you want to be amazing and crazy, do it again, because that sounds awesome. Thanks, Michelle.
I'm
We'll
going to do it on
definitely post it.
Thanksgiving, will you?
Done.
Yes.
After our 8K.
I think I'm going to do a 5K.
Cool.
Cool.
Not as
Turkey
good as
trot.
you, but-
No.
A year. What?
No, you're
Don't
great.
even.
So that was everything. We totally sweated our bums off for success tonight, and we will continue to do so, and hopefully we inspired you guys. Michelle, do you have anything to add?
I can't wait to connect with all of you online. Let's do this.
Yeah, absolutely.
Done.
And thank you guys. It was our 50th show, and I'm so
Yes.
glad that we had Michelle here to celebrate it.
I'm so proud of you.
Thank
Oh,
you.
thank you.
We can't wait to celebrate with you on Friday and everyone who will be joining us. Thank you guys as well for tuning in for our show this week. And a special thank you to our guest, Michele Gordon, aka Miss Motivational, for being here. As always, a huge thank you to Skinny Man and 31 for their help with the production of our show. Join us for our 51st episode with special guest Alex of Pure Yoga next Wednesday, November 19th. And remember,
Choose, commit, challenge, and change. Have a
Thanks,
great
guys.
night.
Have a good night.